The cabinet of ministers have officially been announced. Plus, in today's lifestyle segment, a phone that you can use forever. And Aruba's younger generation is incorporated into the preparations for the King and Queen's arrival. 15 on 15 starts right now. Thank you for joining us on location today. We are at the pier right in front of the government building where a lot of the boats dock after a full day of fishing. Now, it is appropriate that we are by the government building, seeing as after a lot of deliberation, the official minister titles have been announced. On Monday afternoon, Prime Minister Mike Eamon announced the political figures who will become a minister for the next 4 years. 3 new ministers have been added. Former Parliament members Paul Cruz, Juan David Iroskin, and a new member, Alex Schwengel, joins the cabinet of ministers. Paul Cruz has been named the Minister of Social Affairs and Labor. Juan David is the Minister of Finance. Alex Schwengel is the Minister of Health and Sports. Michelle Winklar is now the Minister of Education. Arthur Dowers remains the Minister of Justice. Otmar Odeberg remains the Minister of Tourism. Mike Meza is now the Economic Affairs Minister. Benny Zievinger remains as the Minister of Infrastructure. And Mike Eamon remains the Prime Minister. In other local news, last week, Aruba Tourism Authority held a public relations summit where their agents from all over the world toured the island so they can see how the destination is developing. This ultimately helps them to sell Aruba. For some parts of the PR summit, it took place indoors, but a lot of the summit incorporated activities to keep the agents entertained. Aruba has continuously been developing, so it is very important for ATA's agents to be updated and informed, and of course experience these changes themselves.
The main objective of this summit is to get them aligned, to get them inspired, to tell them about the product, to get them to brainstorm, especially to focus on plans for 2014. We did speak a little bit about best practices of 2013, which can be used by different markets because they're different culture, different people, different countries, but they're selling the same product, which is Aruba.
The agents enjoyed a private nighttime streetcar ride on Aruba's latest addition to Main Street. The tour dropped them off at the expo, where designs are showcased all over to give visitors a sense of all the infrastructure developments the island is working on. In order for ATA's public relations agents to do their job accordingly, they must be well informed on all the changes the island is going through.
We had a team building session on the first day where we had them to do a lot of fun, great exercises, which focus on Carnival, because we're really focusing on Carnival to promote this event next year, which is our 60th anniversary. So that was the topic for the first day. We had brainstorming sessions. This morning we had industry partners join to tell them the proposed plans for 2014. So all in all, a great event. A lot of culture, a lot of mingling, a lot of people coming together, but making this a great success.
Moving forward, mental health is often a condition that is closeted, seen as a taboo, or something that people should be ashamed of. On Wednesday night, an expert within the field of mental illness will speak at the National Library of Aruba, who encourages a community and a public system that addresses the issue at hand. The lecture will clarify misconceptions on mental health as well further educate people on mental illness. Take a look. Dr. Ardis Hansen from the University of South Florida will speak at the National Library on examining the role of expert and evidence in mental health services, research, and policy.
I really want to help destigmatize what is mental illness. So persons with mental illnesses receive the treatment they need and they should have. And also it changes the public perception of mental illness. So mental illness is not something to be hidden away in a closet or kept away as a taboo, but is instead saying it's just like any other illness, such as diabetes or having to wear glasses. It's that ubiquitous and it's that common and should be treated just as another disorder, not as something that is scary to the public. Particularly in a small area or a small nation such as Aruba, or in a small rural area, for example, in Florida, the notion of having mental illness and not being able to engage fully in society not only affects that individual, but also affects their family members, because there are secrets to be hidden, things not to be talked about. Persons with mental illnesses oftentimes have more severe physical illnesses, because since they have a mental illness, they will not go to the doctor, because they don't want people to know they have a mental illness, or the family member may say, we don't want people to know that you also have this, so they will not go and receive treatment. Mental illnesses also cause additional physiological changes that can then impact subsequent physical illnesses such as diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, as well as other brain and neurological disorders.
On the next edition of the show, the mental illness specialist will go into further details on the topic. Now, for now, join us back on location right here by the pier when we come back. Whether you realize it or not, we are constantly changing our smartphones. I got rid of my last one because of the battery. But one Dutch inventor has come up with a concept where you can keep your phone forever. Whenever there is something wrong with your phone, it's usually just one component, so you can just replace it. There's no need to chuck it out. Check this out. Cell phones gets replaced very quickly. Phone block allows you to upgrade when something breaks instead of getting rid of the whole phone. Whenever a phone breaks or isn't working well, it usually comes down to one or two components that's broken, not the entire phone. In technology, we are accustomed to just throwing a device away once it's broken, but we do have the option of fixing it. Phone blocks is made with replaceable parts. You can essentially design your own phone. For example, if you have an interest in photography, you can get the best camera phone out there, or if you are a bit older, you can turn your phone into a speakerphone. So the concept is quite easy. It maximizes the amount of time you own your smartphone. It is a fact that electronic devices are not designed to last, making electronic waste one of the fastest growing in the world. Phones are the biggest causes of the waste, so a phone with detachable parts all connected to one base could actually work. Moving forward, for anyone who is trying to slim down, the idea of going out to dinner, perhaps at one of these restaurants with friends, probably seems like the fastest way to undo all of the hard work you've put in eating right and hitting the gym. But new research suggests that you can maintain your social life and lose weight as long as you choose the right dinner dates. Eating with friends who maintain a healthy diet may encourage you to order something equally good for you. This is according to a new study. It turns out diners often order something from the same category as the other people they were eating with. As an added bonus, when more people at their table ordered from the same category as them, they were more likely to be satisfied with their choice. So, if you grab dinner with friends you know who you know will always go for the lighter dishes, not only will you be more likely to choose a salad, you'll also be happier with the decision. And of course, moving forward once again, there are ways to regain your sense of inner calmness. This is how. Go big or go home is a motto that allows a sense of inner calmness to be regained. Using short bursts of restlessness to your advantage when tackling challenge can help. Get through something that scares you a little, like a work presentation, and then adopt the habit of rewarding yourself with some time to decompress. Using stress to motivate, according to expert, really works. Another trick is to count your breaths. It is an ace way to manage restlessness. Deep breathing can also improve your sleep quality and boost your energy levels. Sometimes the best way to fight restlessness is to acknowledge it's there. Take a moment to recognize what's going on. Experts say getting the hang of baby steps like these will encourage you to enact healthy changes. On that note, we will be right back. Take a look to see what is coming up next. King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima are expected in less than a month right here in Aruba. The Youth Parliament and students at the University of Aruba have a fair bit of preparing to do as they are expected to participate in a debate in front of the King. King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima have accompanied Reina Beatrix before to Aruba, but this trip is different since it is their inaugural visit after King Willem-Alexander received the throne. Aruba's younger generations are expected to make an impression on the royal couple.
We have a debate in which the students of University of Aruba, as well as the members of Parlamento Juvenil, have to present their vision for Aruba for the next 20 years in front of the King and the Queen of the Netherlands. And we have an exposition of photos where we have the same objective. You have to illustrate your vision for Aruba for the next 20 years with a picture. With your smartphone, you can take a picture illustrating your vision and explain this with a description of 250 words.
Students who are participating in the debate are expected to do their research and be knowledgeable on their topic. They must be able to prove their point and come across well. Teamwork is also a crucial part of the debate.
Besides explaining their vision, they will have to defend it with their team of 4 students, as well as answer the questions that the public may have on that day. And at the end of the debate, they will have to work together with the other team, in which they present a synergy phase, basically, in which they present or show the king how they can work together in a creative and innovative way.
The organizers explain why it is so necessary to have the Show the King debate and expo.
The objective behind this debate and exposition, well, the Show the King event, is that we would like to show our new king and queen that the community, that the youngsters of Aruba can be creative, they have potential and have skills when it comes to debating, but as well as presenting their vision, how they see our island, our beautiful island, in the upcoming 20 years. And this is a one-time opportunity for the youngsters to actually meet the king.
For the young talents who want to participate in the photo expo, it's quite simple. I'm sure many of you own a smartphone. All you have to do is take a picture on your device that you feel best illustrates how you envision Aruba to look like in 20 years' time. Once you have the picture, incorporate a 250-word description of your vision to submit it in. Email the picture and description to showthekingaruba@gmail.com. That is our show for today. Thank you for joining us on location today. We'll be back in the studio for Tuesday night at 7:15 p.m. So we will see you then.